nothing on the radio, just one narrow road going deeper into the dark. Streetlights disappeared an hour ago. Now it's only trees and the engine sound, fog dancing in the headlights, like the forest doesn't want me here. I miss the last gas station. Phone signal comes and goes, but somewhere far beyond the rain, a small warm light still glows. Maybe I came too far tonight. Maybe that's what I needed. One light at the end of the mountain road, waiting quietly in the storm. Windows covered with silver rain. Everything feels slow again. No city noise, no glowing signs, just thunder breathing through the sky, and me alone tonight. Wet shoes on the wooden floor, raindrops falling from my coat. The room is cold but peaceful somehow, like the world finally muted itself. Outside the forest keeps whispering, branches moving in the dark. I haven't checked my phone in hours, and maybe I don't want to. The rain gets heavier, but my thoughts get quieter. One light at the end of the mountain road, floating softly through the mist. Somewhere between the rain and silence, I think I can finally breathe. Rainwater sliding down the glass, the forest breathing in the dark. The room still smells like old wood walls and rain-soaked air from outside. Tiny drops keep falling somewhere hidden deep between the trees. I left the window half open, now the cold is filling up the room, but somehow I don't wanna close it tonight. The silence feels alive. No traffic lights, no distant sirens, only the sound of rain touching every leaf. The smell of wet trees after midnight, floating slowly through the air. Every breath feels softer somehow, like the storm is calming me. No messages, no glowing screens, just the forest staying awake with me until the morning comes. Ceiling light is dim and warm, shadows moving with the rain. Outside the branches sway like waves, slowly dancing in the wind. Time feels different in this place, minutes falling quietly apart. I can hear my own thoughts fading somewhere underneath the storm. Deeper the rain becomes, the quieter my mind gets. The smell of wet trees after midnight, lingering softly on my clothes. Tonight I don't need conversation. The rain already says enough. The rain was gentle before, now it sounds like the whole forest is awake. Branches scratching on the rooftop, wind pressing hard against the walls. The little cabin shakes quietly every time the thunder rolls. Water rushing down the hillside like it's trying to flood the night. I thought I came here to disappear, but somehow my thoughts got louder. The storm outside, the storm inside, they're starting to sound the same. Rain keeps getting harder tonight, falling heavy through the trees. The windows tremble every few seconds, like the sky can't fall asleep. I close my eyes, but every drop feels like another memory washing back to me. The power flickers for a moment, then the darkness fills the room. Only lightning paints the ceiling, blue and white across the walls. I hear water from the valley, endless echoes in the dark. And somewhere in that endless noise, I finally stop pretending I'm okay. People run into forests to hear something louder than themselves. Searching for signal, searching, nothing. One week bar, then gone again. Like the mountain changed its mind. No messages are coming through tonight. No glowing noise, no endless lines. The rain keeps tapping on the window, steady like a slowing heart. Somewhere far below the valley, the city feels unreal now. Maybe I was never lonely. Maybe I was just too connected. No signal in the forest tonight, only rain and breathing trees. For the first time in a long while, nobody can reach me. No notifications, no endless scrolling, just thunder rolling through the mountains and silence sitting next to me. Cabin light turned soft and blurry, steam rising from a cup of tea. I forgot how quiet darkness sounded before the world lived in my hands. Outside the storm keeps moving slowly, like it has nowhere else to be. And somewhere in that endless rainfall, I feel my heartbeat settling down. The world kept calling my name until the forest erased the sound. No signal in the forest tonight, but somehow I finally feel clear. The rain keeps falling through the silence, and I don't need anything else here. Somewhere below the cabin, water keeps moving through the dark. Turned off every light an hour ago, but sleep still won't come near. Rainwater running through the valley echoes softly through the night. The ceiling disappears in darkness, only shadows fill the room, and every distant sound of water feels closer than my thoughts. The forest never truly sleeps, it only breathes more slowly. The valley water never sleeps tonight, flowing endlessly below, through the rocks and fallen branches, somewhere deep inside the storm. And I keep listening, like the river knows how to carry heavy things away without saying a word. Cold air drifting through the curtains, rain still tapping on the roof. I can hear the mountain shifting underneath the soaked earth. Time feels strange beyond midnight, like the world forgot the hour. Only water moving endlessly through the darkness without fear. Maybe healing sounds like this, not silence, but something gently continuing. The valley water never sleeps tonight, neither does this quiet heart. But somewhere between the rain and river, I finally stop fighting the dark. At some point during the night, the forest became louder than my thoughts. Rain sliding down the dark windows when moving through the trees. The storm keeps speaking in a language I almost understand. I stopped checking the time hours ago, stopped replaying old conversations too. Now it's only thunder in the distance and the sound of water everywhere. The noise inside my head finally has something stronger than itself. The the storm. No answers, no sudden healing, just the sound of rain covering everything, until I can finally breathe again. Feels cold beneath me. Moonlight flickers through the clouds. For the first time in forever, I'm not trying to escape myself. Outside, the valley keeps flowing endlessly, like the night will never end. But somehow the darkness feels softer now, less like fear, more like rest. Maybe peace isn't silence. Maybe it's simply hearing something gentler than your own mind. The forest became louder than my thoughts tonight, and somehow that saved me for a while. The storm keeps moving, and I let it carry me to rain still hasn't stopped. Tiny rivers on the window, streetless darkness beyond the glass. The storm that felt so heavy earlier now just sounds soft and far away. The room is colder than before, blankets tangled near my feet. But somewhere in this sleepless silence, I don't feel restless anymore. Nothing changed outside, but something slowed down inside me. Rain on the window at 4 a.m., falling gently through the dark. No dramatic ending waiting for me, just a quieter heart tonight. The forest breathes, the valley flows, and for the first time in a while, I let the night be enough. Faint blue light beyond the mountains hints that morning isn't far. The thunder finally disappeared, leaving only rain behind. I trace circles on the fogged up glass, listening to the endless drops. And somewhere between exhaustion and peace, I stop searching for explanations. Maybe healing doesn't arrive all at once. maybe it sounds like rain slowly fading into dawn. Rain on the window at 4 a.m., soft enough to almost disappear. The storm is still alive outside, but it no longer lives in me. The rain finally slowed down, and the forest began to breathe differently. Pale blue light beyond the trees, morning hiding in the mist. The storm that filled the entire night now only lingers on the roof. I open the window slowly, cold air falling through the room. Everything smells like wet earth and unfinished dreams. The world is still asleep, but the darkness is beginning to loosen. The air felt colder before sunrise, fresh enough to clear my mind. Last night's thunder fades behind the mountains, leaving only quiet behind. No sudden answers, no perfect ending, just the feeling that I can return again, a little lighter than before. Valley water keeps moving softly, birds begin to wake somewhere far away. I sit beside the fading window rain, watching the forest turn gray and blue. The cabin feels smaller now, like the night is slowly packing itself away. And somewhere between exhaustion and peace, morning finally reaches me. Some nights aren't meant to change your life, only to help you survive it a little longer. The air felt colder before sunrise, and